we're about to leave, or we are leaving Garrett's Green Test Centre, and the first thing you've got to concede or deal with is the road surface here is quite bad. So obviously you can see me checking my mirrors, pulling to the crown of the road. There is no road markings, but we are centre road, crown of the road. Checking the near side mirror, making sure that I've got a sufficient safe distance from the parked vehicles, also making sure no one opens doors on us. Looking as far up the road as I can see another HGV in the distance coming down. So what I'm going to do is just pull back into lane, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do, so I'm going to carry on, but just be careful. There's an indicator coming on the HGV. I'm going to ease off at this point. I'm not sure whether he's put his hazards on or he's trying to pull out, so I'll just ease back, make sure. He's in two minds himself, so I'll check the mirrors, ease back off. Nice and gentle, mirrors are first, nice and smooth. Hold back, give him plenty of space. Keep the vehicle moving if I can. That's why I've allowed that extra bit of space. Car coming in from the left. Now, I'm not going to signal the car or anything from the car from the left, because I don't want to, in a test, you do not want to beckon anybody out. You shouldn't beckon anyone at any time, really, because it's dangerous. You let them make their own decisions there, which they have. We've gone through, plenty of space. I'm slightly towards the crown. What I'm trying to do is improve my vision around that left-hand bend. And at the top of this road, we're going to go left. Now, you don't want to be too slow up that road, even though it's a bad surface. You don't want to be too slow or too quick. It's 30 miles an hour. I wouldn't be doing 30, probably 20 miles an hour, 22 miles an hour, something like that. As we come up behind the Honda, mirror check, brakes, nice and smooth. TT, tyres to tarmac, it's still rolling. Check, check. Blind spot check there as well. Signals on for left turn. Come up to the junction. I've got plenty of space on that near side to clear the corner with the vehicle. Park brake on, because we're on an incline. I don't want to roll back, so I've got the park brake on, but not locked down. Near check, front right, blind spot. Off we go. I've had to borrow a little bit of the road onto the hatchet markings, but as you can see, they are broken white lines, so I'm allowed to use that area. Mirror checks, the car coming from the right's now, it's up behind us, but it's okay. Looking as far up the road, you can see the speed limit sign flashing on and off, so we know that we've got to be careful of the speed. So I'll check my speed. I'm only doing 25 at the moment. The road surface is still a bit rough. There we go, confirm 25, there we go, 25. I'll bring it up a little bit, but as we're coming to that right-hand bend, check the mirrors, smooth on the brakes, gently, not too much brake. Try and look into the corner, pick up the hazard sign for children crossing, check for anybody crossing, there's nobody there. It's not there's an official crossing, but obviously it's drop curb for wheelchairs and things like that. Range Rover is in position, we're okay. And have you noticed, these are mini roundabouts here, so you still have to make an effort to go round them. So please show the examiner some steering, so you're making an effort, don't go straight over, because that would be a fail. So mirror checks, smooth on the brakes, we're following the road ahead, into the roundabout, around the roundabout, show him some steering. Don't have to give a brake off signal really, it's a bit small for a brake off signal, but a bit of a force of habit there. We're going to go left at the roundabout, the crossing was clear, mirror check, signal left, hold back, check behind the blind spot to the mirror, all's looking clear. I've gone into the roundabout and then out, a bit wide, but the reason for that is so I can clear that corner easily. Crossing was clear, we've got a man working on a car on the left, and now we've got a danger here of parked cars and wing mirrors. So I'm going to the crown, away from the wing mirrors, checking my distance as we pass through to make sure nobody opens doors and we don't clip anything. Back to the crown when I can. Again, just checking the mirror on the near side. Look up the road ahead, we've got a bus pulling over at the bus stop right up the road ahead. So crossing's clear again. That possibly could still be there to deal with, but we'll worry about that. At least we know it's in our driving future. Again, mirror checks there, position crown, check the near side, bus is still there, still a row of traffic, ease off the gas. No point rushing to stop, so just nice and smooth, there you go. Let it all develop, let it all try and sort itself out by the time we get there. So nice and smooth on the brakes, nice and smooth. Nothing we can do at the moment because everyone's stuck. Checking the mirrors, making sure I've got no motorcyclists on that right hand side and trying to overtake, or cyclists on the inside. The car from the right coming in, I'm not going to signal the car, but what I'm going to do is hold a safe distance, park brake on, and let the car make his own decision. Near side front right blind spot, and then pull out behind him. That's how you let the car out without actually signalling the car. Leave plenty of space, let them make the decision, not you. Don't encourage anyone into dangerous areas. Okay, we've got the car from the left, or van from the left, so again, near side mirror check, off the gas. Now, do not get caught stopping on this crossing. So we will wait until them two cars are into the roundabout. So all I've done is eased off the gas, kept the vehicle moving. Now I'm clear to go through onto the crown. Again, this is on an incline, so be careful, have a good look. If it's safe, continue on. Again, you can use all the space in the roundabout. It's a single lane traffic in, so it's a single lane roundabout. Use all the space, loads of space there, no need to clip curbs. Again, here, I'm not going to signal, I'm just going to hold a safe gap. I've mirror checked it first. I'm going to hold, no signal to the driver. Let them make their own decision. There we go. Near side from right blind spot. Roll forward. We got the bus to contend with now. So again, and a crossing, don't pull onto the crossing with the bus in that position. Hold position. Check the pedestrian who's pressed the button. Now, near side from right blind spot, check, release. I'm going to give a signal just to indicate to tell the bus and the oncoming traffic that we're moving around the vehicles. Checked that we cleared the bus, nice and slow past the bus in case anybody comes up from the bus. Again, nice and steady here. Now we're holding position, you can get through. Nice and smooth, crown, mirror, signal, tell the bus behind that we're going through when we can. Position, near side front right blind spot. Our turn to go into the hazardous area. Now we'll take the crown up, the learner's oncoming, so we'll slow it down. We don't want to frighten the learner. We can go into that gap on the left, which we will, to avoid the learner. The other car's pulled back in, so that's fine. What you've got to be very careful of here is not bullying people. So again here, hold, because you don't want to bully anyone. Now I can get through there, but I'll let them pull through. The Fiesta's held for me, just checking around me. The reason for giving signals in this situation is to let the oncoming cars and the bus behind know, because we're driving what we call a vision blocker. So that bus driver is behind me, he cannot see what's happening in front of me because obviously I'm a solid-sided vehicle. So I'm giving him signals to let them know exactly what I'm about to try and do. So that's where signals are important, to share information with other road users. Crown, crossing is clear, green light, nobody's there, so it should stay on green. So I've checked the mirrors in case I need to brake. Crown of the road again, just to try and improve that vision a little bit. Give myself a bit of leeway against the curb there. Again, car coming out from the right, but the green car's going to block, so I'm happy to carry on at that point. Bus coming out from the right, again coming our way, but we're going to be there before he is, and obviously we do have right of way. Now, the crossing here's got a hump, so be careful, slow it down. You don't want to send an examiner through the roof, make it uncomfortable. Wouldn't be a good idea. You can see I've got the mirror checks there, making sure that the vehicle comes over the hump safely. Again, I'm looking into view, you can see the bus coming out from the left, so we're going to get stuck behind a bus, so we know that the bus is going to stop at a bus stop. So in the next few seconds or minutes or whatever, we'll end up having to negotiate around that bus possibly. So just put it in your mind that that's a plan. You'll start to make a plan. Crossing is clear. Cyclist oncoming, I'll check him off in the mirror. He's safe and passed, still standing. There's the bus, and there's our problem now. So ease off the gas. Check through the front of the bus. Mirrors. I'm going to give a signal, but I'm not going to go just yet. He may pull away, but I'll pull in the position that I can go should I need to. I'm going to cancel signal, near side front right blind spot. Carry on, that's fine. So I'll put myself in a position ready to overtake, but because of the oncoming traffic and how short it was at the stop, I've just cancelled the signal, carried on behind. We're going to have another problem in a minute at the next stop, but we'll deal with that. Check the junction off as we pass. Over the crown, nothing turning right, nothing coming out. Parked car on the left as we pass. Near side mirror check. We're going left at the traffic lights towards Birmingham Airport. This is the Birmingham Airport run. Okay, so that's good. The bus going off to the left, we're going off to the right. So mirror check, signal, ease off the gas nice and early. Don't waste fuel. Don't get rushing. Nice and smooth, nice and smooth. We're going nowhere, so ease it up. By doing that, you're controlling the speed of the vehicles behind, so there's far less chance of someone actually shunting you up the back end of the truck because you're slowing down at a nice rate. Near side front right, blind spot, off we go. Round to the left, checking the mirrors for position, into lane, so we're coming round, into lane. Again, we've got the danger of parked cars. It's mainly that people open doors or step out, so be mindful as you drive down here, slightly on the crane, away from that danger as much as I can be. Off the gas, no gas now. Mirror checking, smooth on the brakes. I'd like to keep it moving if we can. So, not too close, it's tyres to tarmac on the van. And away we go again. It's a fresh green, so it should stay green for us to roll through. We've got the same problem after the lights. Again, you can see the speed limit signs, 40 mile an hour, not that we're going to be doing 40 at the moment, but checking both sides. There's a pedestrian red on the left, so as we pass, we're going to the crown. We're going to check him off in the near side mirror, and he's still standing as we've passed him. That's called the follow-through mirror check. And the examiner likes to see you do that to make sure any danger near the side of the road is confirmed as safe once you've left it. So lots of mirror use. So a lot of people will say, or a lot of trainers will say to you, oh, use the mirrors, use the mirrors. Yes, use the mirrors, but try and learn what you're looking for, not just moving your head aimlessly. So here we've got the cars braking, car coming in from the left, checking the mirrors again. It's a 40 mile an hour road, we've got wet conditions, quite a heavy traffic flow at the moment. Nobody's at the crossing. I'm bringing her up to just below, it's about 36 mile an hour at the moment, but obviously I'm going to try and develop that gap between us and the silver car in front. So eased off the gas, there's the lights, so nice and smooth on the brakes, nice and smooth. Again, no point rushing up there. Control the vehicles behind with the brake lights and the smooth slowing, and that will make sure that nobody's got a chance of running into the back of us. Nice and smooth, nice and smooth. If we do come to a standstill behind the silver car, I want to be able to see his tyres touching the tarmac from where we're seated, which is about there. TT, tyres to tarmac, park brake on hold, position brake on, but not locked, near side front right. Blind spot, away we go. Fresh green, should stay green. Looking at the traffic flow ahead, it's still fairly heavy, but it's all getting away because we're obviously moving a bit quicker than we can. Checking the mirror again as we go through the lights, just to make sure nobody's cut across the junction. And confirm the 40 speed limit signs up on the side of the road. We've got crown markings now, long white lines depicting a hazardous area. Again, I'm trying to look as far as my eye can see, which is over the brow of that slight hill. Now we'll just maintain flow and speed with the traffic, but with a good safe distance and margin of error, because that improves my vision, but it also, if anything goes wrong and anybody pulls in or brakes hard, I've got plenty of time to deal with that. There you go, brake lights are on, mirror checks, off the throttle, smooth on the brakes. Again, telling traffic behind, slow down gradually. No chance of a rear end shunt then, or very little chance of a rear end shunt. Nice and smooth, nice and smooth, nice and smooth. Crown slightly here just to try and see if I can see the lights early. Nice and smooth, just let it trickle in now. Again, just monitoring now for cyclists, motorcyclists coming down on the inside and the outside. Pedestrians, there's not much of pedestrians around here, so it's not too bad, but I have checked. Again, TT on the silver car. That's about right. Park brake. I'll lock it on because we couldn't be here for a few seconds. So that's locked on. Just sit back, relax, take a deep breath before you have to go again. And then near side front right, blind spots, gently rolling forward. And this part of the drive, the examiner will say at some point along here, will say independent driving, please follow the signs for Birmingham Airport. Now, as you pass, this is Birmingham Airport cargo side, so don't panic yet, but keep your eye out for road signs. I will point them out so that you can see them on video. Again, we're just accelerating, keeping flow with the traffic, but making sure that our margin of error is good. Traffic lights ahead, you can see how the lights are elevated to try and give you a better view from back there to see them early, so get your eyes up, have a look. They're on green, no pedestrians by them. So I'll just maintain a safe distance behind the silver car. We're up at 40, but no, well, 38 now, 38 mile an hour. He's braking. See what he's doing there? The other car's cutting in, causing the silver car to brake. All I've had to do there is, instead of braking, all I've had to do is ease off the throttle. So now we're gaining on him, so now we'll bring in a touch of brake just to develop that safety margin back. What I'm looking at now is what's happening right up ahead, where the white van, the car in front of the white van is. And I'm also now checking at these road signs, 50 mile an hour, clear way, no stopping. So we can't stop, we can't park, we can't drop, pick up other passengers, anything like that. We're 50 mile an hour, we're actually doing 40, but we're maintaining progress with the traffic. Here's the first sign. We're looking for the sign Birmingham Air. Ignore that one. Primary route sign in green. So we haven't got to worry too much there. There's no sign of an airport or anything. Again, repeat to the clearway, no stopping. Second sign is for services here. Again, on green background. Primary route sign or colour. Now, we have to be careful here because the sign comes up late. There's the sign on the bend on the left. There's the airport. So check your mirrors. Give a signal as early as you can, but make sure you don't miss that sign, because otherwise you're careering off down towards Coventry. We're off left. Again now, we're being dropped because of airport works, road works. 30 mile an hour, check your mirrors, check your speed. All I've done there is I've just come off the gas, coasted down to 30. When I say coasted, I'm an automatic gearbox, I am in gear, so it's not freewheeling. Okay, monitoring the speed at 30, and we've got a sign above our heads there for airport. In mirrors and signal left. Take the slip road off to the left. You can bypass then the roundabouts. And at this point you're coming in towards the airport section. And sit to the crown. Obviously you've been warned here of a sharp bend, reduced speed now, so don't brake at the moment because you're on a bend. You don't want to brake in a bend. Straight bit of road, straighten it up. Mirror checks brake now when you're on a straight piece of road. That's when the truck's most stable. Get rid of your speed on the straight, off the brake, touching on the throttle just to take us around and keep us upright. And we're going to move to lane 2, so mirrors and signals. B4438. You don't want you now, he's probably told you now, okay, follow my instructions from now, end of your commentary drive or your independent drive. Okay, we're in. Now, lane discipline. Follow the outside of the roundabout. Allow that traffic all the space on the inside. Lane discipline. Do not cut the roundabout. 2 lanes in, 2 lanes out. Lane discipline in the roundabout. We're out onto the dual carriageway section. 40 mile an hour speed limit. Now, the next thing that won't catch you out, but it's a bit of a tricky one. 40 mile an hour, and at the bottom of this hill, we're going to try and spot the matrix sign in the trees, if we can, if it's switched on. The lights at the bottom are on red, so I've killed the gas, going back to green, so hopefully it should stay. The trick here is if you see a car on the left-hand side pointing out, that means the lights are going to change. There's the matrix on the left, and you might wonder about the bus lane. Look at the blue sign on the left, and it's been scribbled out, and the matrix sign reads, bus lane open to be used by all traffic. So that means that as a HGV or as any vehicle at the moment, you should be using the left lane, the bus lane. It is a suspended bus lane. So make sure you get in it and use it. If you don't, and you go to lane 2, you will fail your driving test because it'll class you as blocking and not using the left lane when you should be using the left lane, or it's available. So we're in the bus lane, or the disused bus lane, suspended bus lane, which is correct. As we come up, we come all the way over, lights are on green, just check, as you approach, just check for pedestrians, nobody there. Off the gas because we're coming down the hill, the weight of the vehicle is going to pull us down the hill. Check the mirrors, smooth on the brakes, lane discipline again at the roundabout, we're following the road ahead, crown coming in, nice and smooth, check behind the mirrors, blind spots, it's all looking good. Lane discipline, follow the outside of the roundabout, lane discipline. Brake off signal. You could argue nobody's there to see it, but this is not an advanced driving test, it's just a normal one, so we will give it just in case anyone appears. Okay, again, same signs are here, blue sign's been scrubbed out, and we've got the matrix sign telling us when it's switched around the other way around that it's open, bus lane's open to all used or used by all vehicles. Okay, at the roundabout we're going to follow the road ahead, check the mirrors before we brake, so off the gas, check the mirrors, smooth on the brakes, crown coming in, look for what's happening coming into the roundabout now. It's looking good. There was a car coming, but it's nowhere near. We can go through, we're not going to impede it. Again, lane discipline outside of the roundabout, use that gravel as markers. Off the gas, no point rushing, we've got to follow the road ahead. You cannot turn left, that's a 7.5 ton weight limit. Off the gas, I'm just coasting in now. I am in gear, as I said, automatic gearbox. Nice and smooth, nice and smooth, nice and smooth. There she goes, near side front, blind spot, and keep going. I did actually keep moving there. I don't really have to check the blind spot because I was still moving. But things were so slow, I might as well throw it in there. Again, just checking the mirrors before I speed up. Coming to the speed of the road, 40 mile an hour, coming up to sort of 36, 37. Again, following the road ahead at the roundabout, mirror checks, off the gas, smooth on the brakes, nice and clear behind, nice and smooth, nice and smooth. Crown coming in, away from that curb line, check behind the mirrors, blind spots, lane discipline, follow the lane. It is quite narrow, but you can do it. Right up against that curb line, follow the lane, all the way around, and back off into lane 1. Check the mirrors as you exit the hazard, away we go, throttle on, 40 mile an hour, back up to the speed, nice and clear at the moment, so there's no reason, apart from the weather conditions aren't ideal, but shouldn't affect us at 40. Clearway sign, 40 repeaters, and up the roundabout ahead, we're going to take the first exit. That's not the first exit into the hotel, so don't get making that mistake. Mirrors, we're going 452 Brown Hills, Birmingham. So mirrors first, smooth on the brakes. The light's been on green a long time, so there you go, they're just changing, so nice and smooth on the brakes. 452 northbound, so again, crown slightly away from that left curb. I don't want to clip that with the back of the truck, so I'm slightly to the crown. Looking into my driving future over there, just looking at where the lane goes and making sure I know exactly where to position the truck within its lane. And looking at the signage, also checking the mirrors, cyclists, motorcyclists, blind spots checked, stood, away we go. Stay in lane, don't drift. Check, make sure we're clearing them curves, which we are. 452 northbound, nice, follow the white line. Again, sitting slightly to the crown. Looking up the road ahead again, glancing out, I can see another green sign saying straight on in the 2 right-hand lanes, so as you said, hold your position, hold your lane. Stale green light, so I'm just going to hover and then back off the throttle as we approach. Check the mirrors first, off the throttle just a touch, just in case. 452 northbound. Mirror check, back on the throttle, we're through the hazard, away we go. Lane narrows from the right, there's the road markings. Check the right hand mirror, nobody's there, nobody's coming in. I've checked both mirrors to make sure no one's coming in late. And then again, cyclist crossing, so again we'll watch out for cyclists. Not the ideal day today with the rain. Cycle lane there on the left. Do not drive in the cycle lane. You will fail a test at lane discipline. So use your mirrors again here, left and right will tell you where your vehicle is on the road surface. So we're bang smack in the middle of the lane. We're not interfering in the cycle lane, we're not interfering with oncoming traffic. We're checking our speed, we're just doing it just above 40 mile an hour, it's 50 mile an hour now. And then as we come down to the roundabout, 3-point turn in the middle of the road, so off the gas, no need to brake, just off the gas, give that car plenty of space, do the 3-point turn there, it's not a problem. Mirror checks, we're following the road ahead at the roundabout, nice and smooth, gently on the brake, again, telling traffic in behind that there isn't anyone at the moment, but if it was telling traffic behind, we're slowing gradually. As we come in, lane discipline on approach, we're going in left lane, following the road, look at the road markings, so left lane, following the road ahead. There's a car coming round, no indicator, but that's car drivers, so we can't be too concerned. All we've got to do now is just keep an eye out for the gap in the traffic, near side front right blind spot, he's off, we're in, away we go, lane discipline. Use the gravel if you need to on your first few lessons or lesson. Use that gravel as a target to put your front wheels in. That'll bring the back of the trailer over and keeping you in lane. And then back out onto lane, pedestrian lights up ahead, and then a set of traffic lights. Mirror checks, nobody's at the ped lights, should stay green. The others are classed as stale green, so they may change on approach. So I'm going to check my mirrors, and at this point I'm going to start easing off the gas, just in case. All I'm doing now, eased off the gas. I'm covering the brake now, just in case they change. They haven't, so mirror checks, back on the gas, through the hazard, and away we go. Same again up here now, as that car coming out from the left, I would imagine he's going to take that gap, which is fine by us. Check the mirrors, making sure as you come past these bollards, these, we call them islands, or traffic furniture, or road furniture, just checking to make sure that the truck's coming through the gap safely and correctly, or at least centrally. And then you'll notice we're coming downhill here, so what I'll do now is we're at about 35, 36 mile an hour off the gas. No need for any throttle now. We are now in gear, but my foot is not on the gas. It's about to now cover the brake. It's now going to moderate our speed using the brake, nice and smooth, keeping us at 40 mile an hour as we descend. At the roundabout, we're going to turn left. So there's a bollard, we're going to turn left. So after the bollard, we'll check the mirrors first now. Nobody's at the crossing. Left signal, cover the left lane as soon as I can, just to make sure nobody tries to undertake. Stay to the crown, away from the curb. So on the crown, it is clear. Feed it in. Car off to the right is clear. We clear the corner, just checking the position with the mirrors. As soon as I get round this bend now, have a look up the road ahead. It is clear, apart from that blue car and the crossing. The crossing is clear and is on green, and I don't think anyone was there to press it, so we should be able to maintain our progress. 30 mile an hour, so I've just checked the speed, I'm dead on 30 now. Again, we're going to turn right at the roundabout. Look at the white sign on the left hand side showing lane discipline, which lane you should be taking. Right hand turn, right hand lane, so mirror checks, signal right, smooth, right up against the curb line. Right up against the curb line, there's a bluish kind of car coming in from the right, so we're just going to ease back on the throttle, ease back, keep the vehicle moving nice and steady. There we go, just flowing behind that. Move to the inside of the roundabout. The outside is for traffic going left and going straight on. Lane discipline. I know there's no white marked lines here, but you still have to maintain lane discipline here. Brake off signal. Cars coming in from the left, just give them a check, make sure they're in. As I come off, go towards the crown or the curb line. That'll keep you out of that bus lane entrance section there. Down here. Now here, approaching this part of the roundabout, which is by Chelmsford Shopping Centre, check your mirrors. There is some hatchet markings on approach to the roundabout. Ignore them. You'll see them in a second. I'm going to go into them. The reason for that, I want to keep that left lane clear for vehicles going to the left. I don't want to impede them with the back of the truck. So I'm going to bring it there, borrow them, in, and then anything going left, not that there is anything there at the moment, it's got the space to do so. Now you'll notice that the lines that I've actually crossed over, like these here, have actually got broken white lines on the outer side, which means I can cross them if I'm required to. And as a HGV, I am required to. Now you've got a bit of a dog leg roundabout here. It's not too bad on the rigid vehicle. Come in, stay slightly to the left, not on the cycle lane, but slightly towards the cycle lane as you come in. So as you initiate the turn, you miss that right hand curve with your back. Signals are on, then use a little bit of the roundabout. You don't have to use a lot. Then as you do, undo your steering here along this curb line, then go out towards the bicycle lane, then steer out right, and your right will come through. So you'll get that shimmy as you come through. You'll see it better with the different angles on the camera, should show that quite well. Again, we're clear, 30 mile an hour speed limit. Sometimes along this road, just after this roundabout, the examiner will say to you, can you please pull up at a safe and convenient location on the near side or on the left? So that's what we're going to do next. As soon as we've exited the roundabout, we'll look for a safe, convenient location. Nice and smooth on the brakes, nice and smooth, in we go. Brake off signal now, just to tell the learner, confirm we're coming off. Now remember, do not pull up at a bus lane and do not drive in the cycle lane. However, you can cross the cycle lane. So mirrors, signal left, into this section here, which is safe and legal for us to pull into. nice and smooth. Try not to go too far up because you want a bit of runoff when you're trying to get away. Check the near side, make sure you've got a safe margin from the curb. Park brake on. At that point, on a test, do not put the gearbox into neutral. If you do put it into neutral, what normally happens is the examiner will say to you, okay, drive when you're ready, and it's safe to do so, follow the road ahead. So because you're nervous, as you've seen, I've just put that into neutral, as you're nervous, he says to you, pull away when it's safe to do so. So a lot of drivers will do this. They will look, they will indicate, release the park brake, rev the engine, the vehicle moves back, that's a fail. So normally, if you're pulling over on a test, just leave that in auto, ready to go, park brakes on, it is secure, the vehicle's going nowhere. So now, when the examiner says to me, okay, when it's safe to do so, follow the road ahead, I'm already in gear, I don't have to think about or worry about it. So it's in gear. I'll cancel that for a second and start again. I'm looking, checking for a gap in the traffic. He's just passing now, here's off and right blind spot, away we go. And off we go again. Again, try, I know the trees overhang a fair bit here, but try and make sure you're not in that cycle lane. You might get a bit of brushing of the trees against the mirrors, but the mirrors on our trucks have got defenders on them, so. Okay, and come up here and it will say to you, well, you may not say anything because your choice is U-turn, which you're not going to do, or left turn because of the weight limit. So notice the weight limit sign. You cannot go right, and it says all HGVs to the left. Mirror check, signal. Again, I'm giving the signal to let traffic behind know exactly, and in front of me, know exactly where I'm going. That helps maintain flow of traffic for everybody else as well. By letting people know what you're doing, enables everyone else to keep moving. Okay, so we're off, the crossing is clear. And again, I've moved in, I've got to be careful I don't go onto that cycle lane, but I don't want to be impeding with that oncoming car turning against me. Okay, mirror checks, off the gas, nice and smooth. Mirrors, we're going to go left at the lights, nice and smooth. TT on this silver Citroen, nice and smooth. Tyres to tarmac, park brake on, near side front right, blind spot. Away we go, looking into the driving future up there, where I'm going, looks good. Only one parked car partially on the footpath, so. Here, I'll let them two come through, it gives us all that space then to deal with it. I haven't given a signal here because, to be fair, I'm not over going out too far. Sometimes it's required, sometimes it's not. It's according to the situation. Basically, is the indicator going to help someone or is it not? If it is, then give it. If it's not, then don't. Okay, check. I wasn't going to try and overtake because the squeeze there. I couldn't see what was oncoming either. So I'm not going to take the risk of overtaking a bus in that situation. He was already ready to go anyway. Crown of the road. Again, as I say now, we've got a bus in front, but he will probably turn left at the next junction, so hopefully he'll be out of our way. He's braking, there's his indicators. Off the gas for us. Nice and smooth, nice and smooth. He will make the turn. There he goes. Check both mirrors, and then I'll check the bus and this car, both sides. We're clear, we're through. Move to the crown. Again, I'm not really going over the crown that much. I will check the van off, make sure he hasn't opened the door. Move slightly back in to allow the oncoming traffic. And again, we got parked cars and a bend to the right. So we don't know what's coming round from the bend, so I'm going to ease off because that van's in the way for me getting a bit. I'd like to move slightly inbound, but I can't. So checking the mirrors, make sure we're through the van. Again, just using the mirrors to find out what's going on the side and behind. I'll take the crown here to show the oncoming car I need that bit of extra width. I'm not over the crown, I'm just on the crown. Check the mirrors, and we're following the road ahead at the roundabout, so ease off the gas. Check the mirrors, nice and smooth on the brakes, crown coming in. Adjust to what's coming at the traffic at the roundabout. It's looking good. I've checked behind the mirrors for the blind spots. Again, normal roundabout, in other words, one lane coming in, one lane going out, so I can use all the space within the roundabout. Don't have to worry about lane discipline. Move straight to crown, or rather in this is hatchet markings. cleared the vehicle. Now, we're coming up to sometimes a bit of a nasty junction. Notice the road sign on your left, which is for low bridge. There's a low bridge to the left, so we cannot go left, but also the angle of the road. So what we're going to do here, we're turning right, but the angle's bad from that left side. So what I'm going to do, mirrors signal, check nothing's oncoming, and now I'm going to borrow for a second a bit of their road. Now I'm going to kick the unit back to the left. Now I can see through the window for what's coming. So near side from blind spot, and away we go. So if you're approaching from that direction, have a look at it. It can't affect oncoming traffic, so you've got to make sure before you borrow a little bit of their road, there's nothing oncoming. But if you're happy like I was there was nothing coming, borrow it, give it back, and then it opens the left window up so that you can see what's coming. Other than that, you'd be trying to pull out at an angle blind, or at least, the very least, you're probably using your wide angle mirror, which is not the best at depth. So here, mirrors, signal, around the learner, plenty of space to the learner just in case. Check them off on the mirror, follow through mirror check, looking good. Down to the junction at the bottom. Again, 30 mile an hour, I'm doing about 26, 27 at the moment. Not too fast, I'm dealing with the situations should anything arise. It's not what is happening, it's what could happen, what can happen. Anticipate. So, mirror checks, smooth on the brakes. Nice and smooth. Again, up against the curb slightly, not drastic, there's plenty of room here, so it's not too bad. Then over to the crown, away from that curb on the left. A quick look, it's looking good. And we've got plenty of space on that near side. Straighten it up, lights are on red, so there's no point racing up there. Just keep the throttle nice and steady. Nice and steady, all the way to the lights. Nice and smooth. I'm off the gas now, just coasting along. Check the mirrors, smooth on the brakes, TT on the white car, tyres to tarmac. There we go. Everything's starting to move now anyway. Near side from right, blind spot. Signal left, we're going left. Lights are still on green, point of no return through the lights. Checking the mirrors for position of the trailer or the back of the truck as we come round. Up the hill we go. 30 mile an hour speed limit, so check my speed as I climb the hill. I'm doing 28, 27, 28. I hold it just below 30 or on 30 there. Again, looking at the two cars ahead, at the next roundabout, could be a dodgy roundabout, so be careful at this roundabout. It's McDonald's roundabout, McDonald's Island. We call it McDonald's roundabout. Now, the problem here is the examiners want you to use the left, because we're an 8 metre truck, they want us to use the left lane, where realistically on an HGV, I would dominate normally here, but for the test, it has to be done this way, so please bear with me. Mirror check, approach. We got mirror check signal, approach like the bus has, left lane. Now, the problem here is we're going to go left. Be careful of anything that's coming round on this right hand side, because we're going to have to go into that roundabout to get the trailer around them corners. This is why I don't like this position. However, for the test, that's what we have to do. That's what we do. Near side from blind spot, in we go. Nothing on the right hand side, so this is where I'm saying there I have to borrow that to get the trailer or the back of the truck round that. Now, once you've passed your test, if I was doing that drive again and I weren't doing a test, I would take up and dominate, what we call dominate the position. So I would block any car from coming left or right of me. Going into the island then, I would be the only vehicle protecting both sides of the vehicle. However, unfortunately for the test, you have to stay left lane. It's an 8 metre truck. So they say 8 metres, you have to use the left lane. So be careful of that position. The main danger being the cars on the right hand side of the vehicle going into the roundabout at the same time as you do. So don't enter the roundabout with another vehicle. We've turned back into the test centre now. Again, the road surface is poor. Car coming in from the left. check him off. Again, plenty of room there for two of us. It is a learner, but they've got plenty of room there. So I'll just ease back, check the mirrors. I'll come over a bit, give them a bit of extra room because they're a learner, but there's plenty of room. Check the learner off, they're fine. Out round. I'm going to try not to go too much into the puddles or the swimming pool. Ease off the gas. Let all this sort itself out. There you go. They've sorted out. That's give us plenty of room to carry on through. What you don't want to be doing on a test or on a drive in general is keep stop starting, especially with an HGV. Stop starting is, but if it's on the test, it's bad for the examiner. He's thinking, oh, this is a very jolty drive, a very stop-start drive. It doesn't flow. And as far as driving is concerned for a company, it's not fuel efficient. You're wasting fuel. If you have to keep braking and accelerating, that's a lot of fuel. These type of trucks only doing anything from, an article do anything from 8 miles to the gallon to, if it's driven relatively well, maybe 13. So you can understand why companies want to do, have their drivers fuel efficient trained. Okay, and we're back at the test centre.